Okay, right. Welcome to the passage. Hashtag music and laugh. Silapa Sfigile, Lookout Hill, and then Silapa on Raw, Creative, and Yonke Indo Inikwa, Ngabo Bonge DJ, and performing artist Paving. Yoba wena uzafika Glenjani guwo, Glenda ufuna ufikela kuyo. Sihleli apha icangwe yethu with DJ Fosta, and then sifuna ukwazi kubantu abangaziyo kuba ngubani wena bhuti wami.
Yeah, so basically, hello firstly, and thank you for having me on the show. Yeah, Fosta Ngutulani Hetman from Gwalanga, Cape Town. Yeah, born in the 80s, and yeah, here I am. Produced a song way back, or actually started a company way back in 2005, 021 Records, and we produced a song which was the first one, which was known Undasuke Nkulule, and after that Ondanele Kunyamezela, what the fuck, and more.
and ngaphakathi you told a very personal story kwindawo obusuka kuyo kwindlela oyambileyo, of which is abantu abaninzi apha eKhayelitsha can relate to eso story. Not eKhayelitsha qha, but abantu abaninzi around the world and around South Africa yonke especially can relate to esa story usichazileyo. For people who don't know okanye kubantu abakhangasive, could you give us a brief kwesa story ubuthetha ngaso apha ngaphakathi on how you started and how you came to be?
So basically, I come from a musical family. A family yakwaNgcukana. My father being Cyril Ngcukana and my uncles were Ezra Nokyuk Ngcukana. Well-known family, jazz pioneers. You know, I mean that's how I got introduced into music. My father being a musical, a piano player, and I also started fiddling. You know, I think at the age of 7 years or 8 years. That was in the early 90s at that time. But you know, coming from Ekasi, you grow up, you understand like from the difficulties that we've had with no role models, with the wrong role models actually. I also got caught up, you know, like from that hype Yaselokshin. And in my teen years, I also got caught up in the wrong side of stuff, started doing criminal activities. And I got quite big, you know, in the wrong way, I would say. I ended up in prison. I got sentenced, and while I was in prison, actually serving my sentence, I think ingqondo zami zezabuya basically, and I had some time to myself, and I actually asked myself some questions which I couldn't answer at the time. However, there was no one that had those answers but me. I needed to find those answers for me. And I remember one of the questions that I had was like, why are you selfish? You know, why you have this unique talent that you have, which not everyone has, you know, and I mean, there's a lot of kids that would die for this. And yet you are being selfish, and you are here now in this life, which doesn't need you. And I mean, I remember when it was time, I mean, in fact, while I was in prison, that's when I actually changed my mind, you know, changed myself. I mean, earlier on, Zolani was talking about changing your story. I mean, it reflected to me because it was exactly what happened at that moment, you know. That's when I felt that I needed to change my story. And fortunately enough, you know, while I was in Posmo prison, there was a program that was happening which was called the Prison Broadcasting Network. And it had a studio. And in the studio, there was like a computer which had a program called Reason. So Reason basically is the program that I've been producing music on for the past 15, 18 years or so. So I got introduced to Reason in 2000, and it was Reason 1.5. And then that's how I actually started to learn how to produce music on the computer, because prior to that, I used to utilize my father's synthesizer, yeah. And I mean, that's when my life started changing, basically, you know, up until the time I got released. When I got released, that's when, in fact, a lot of people don't know that a lot of the names that are around me came through around that time. The company name 021 Record, though that like it was planned around that time. It was when I wanted to change, because also I was known as Zutulani, but I felt that, you know, if I want to change, I need to come up as a new person. I needed to come with a new name. And most of the names that I came up had a meaning. So basically, Fosta, it came about to force things to happen, but in a good way. 021 Records, it was a dialing code for Cape Town. We needed something to symbolize Cape Town, and also it had a pun around it, from 0 to number 1. So I had nothing, totally nothing. I didn't have a computer when I came out of prison. The only thing I had was talent and the brain and the heart and the passion, you know. So that for me, that was my resource to kickstart the, you know, Fosta and 021 Records.
I'm very, very inspired, like in the enlightened, because I knew you had a reason. So do you think as if when la program naninigiwe that the word itself said a reason. So did he give you a reason? Did you ever think about it that way?
Actually, I've never thought about that way. But funny enough, on my computer, there's a folder which is like reason to go. Okay. So basically all the stuff when I do, I mean, I've always, each and every time when I change my computers, there'll always be that folder, a reason, like reason to go or reason to be. I've never thought in the content you think, but I mean, I think it's more or less not far away from there.
It happened naturally, it resonated naturally. So now, for people who don't know what you do now, after you came out and then you had the story and then you had the mission, so now, do you think that when coming out, emission statement yakho ngoku is that ngoku yawubuphuma na emission statement yakho ngoku yenzeka ngela hlobo ngayithethe ngalo after wawuphumile pha and then what uzokwenza izinto ezizifuna uzenze ngela hlobo?
Well, but honestly, it has gone beyond of what I thought. Even today, I still like can't figure it out, because honestly, as a young boy, all I dreamt of was to run a record label like Kalawa Jazz and be a good music producer. And but look where I am now. I'm part of building a legacy, a history. The school that we've just opened recently. It has gone beyond, honestly. I never thought that I would be where I am today. I know a lot of people. Growing up, we always think that success is having this big house. Being famous, being seen every day on TV. And I don't want to lie, when I was still younger, I thought that was a success, and that's where I was chasing. I don't want to lie, I never knew that success is actually feeling happy inside. Materialistic stuff, it's not happiness. I now feel happy inside because I know that I've been part of a journey of creating a legacy, for the next generations. I know that a next upcoming music producer doesn't have to go through the same steps that I've been, because now they've got a school that they can access anytime in Langa. They've got a machine that they can access. They've got a computer that they can access. So I feel blessed, honestly. I feel really blessed to be where I am today, and yeah.
So do you wanna flex on them? Who you've worked with, and who you've introduced? Just flex on them a bit. If now they're talking to you.
Okay, actually, this is the first media station I'm going to share a secret. I'm going to first start with a secret. It's fine, I can share it. We've been quiet in the music production, so people have been thinking that we're not producing anymore. But I must say there's a huge song that we've worked on now. We've just produced a song of a legendary group, a South African legendary group. I'm not going to mention their name, but there's a huge song coming out on one of the legendary groups, which is produced by us, our team. Basically. And then some of the people that we've worked with, Uskal, Ubusi M, Undanile Kunyamezela, we've worked with Uyanda, Undaskenkulu, Uyanda Nako, DJ OD, we've worked, who else? DJ Cleo, Umzi, and some internationals, Uskrillex, quite a lot. It's a long list, yeah.
Okay, again izivele nani ngokwenu DJ Fosta ngokwakhe izichazela uyanichazela silapha ngokwethu music and life #the passage ndihamba ngoku manikhangela abanye.